I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos where many of the YouTubers say, we use this phone so you don't have to. But in reality, it's practically impossible to use a dumb phone in this digital age. And here are some of the reasons why. Most of us now completely rely on Google Maps or similar application. This is especially crucial as highways become more and more complex, as evident from a guy who lives in Texas. Just look at this maze. If you miss one turn, it's a complete disaster without Google Maps open. Google Maps will reroute you to a different route. While some dumb phones offer Google Maps, they are not as fast or effective, especially when you are on a highway with a speed limit of 80 miles per hour. Plus, there is no voice assistant or turn by turn navigation to guide you. While KaiOS and some other operating systems provide their own app libraries, these are very limited. Moreover, the app libraries rarely gets any update. Even when it does, the apps often get crashed or won't open due to compatibility issue with the OS. Despite many companies claiming to offer software updates, these updates are not as significant as they should be. Imagine you are far from home and you have taken your dumb phone to disconnect from the digital world. Suddenly, you receive a fraud text message saying your card is being used somewhere and you need to block it to stop the transaction. Unfortunately, this happened to me one weekend, and as someone with a severe anxiety, seeing that message, all hell got loose in my head. Fortunately, my wife hadn't disconnected, so I used her phone to log in and block the card. Situation like this can arise anytime, anywhere. With a smartphone, you can easily open an app and take the necessary action. Additionally, handling urgent tasks like replying to an important email, booking a house, or transferring money to a friend in need of an immediate surgery is nearly impossible with a dumb phone. FYI, this has all happened to me. We all know that the cameras on the dumb phones are subpar and not even as good as the old Nokia N series. Those were awesome. So you are stuck with a phone that has an unusable camera. If you are like me, you'll end up carrying a separate cameras, adding an extra burden. Whether you are going to a date night or attending outdoor events, you'll always have an extra burden unless you are a professional photographer. Also, true story. Once I went to a restaurant where you have to scan a QR code for the menu. And since I had a dumb phone and I cannot scan, I asked the waitress for a physical menu. That waitress gave me a weird look. She even went backside and told her colleagues, and they also started giving me the stare. So always carry a smartphone to the restaurant. As those who lived through 90s and early 2000s might remember, browsing on a dumb phone was atrocious. It's better not to use it at all and use a laptop or a computer instead. Messaging is equally frustrating. It requires you to select each individual letters to type out a message. I really miss the QWERTY keyboard on the smartphone. Since there is no front camera, you cannot do video calling to your wife or your parents. Man, those were the days when you have to rely on Skype for video calling. Keeping all these things in mind, sometimes it feels good to disconnect as you find appreciation for your phone. You'll really start to miss your smartphones. But being disconnected for too long is also super anxious, especially for a guy like me. Thank you for watching. Check out my other video on downsides of Z Flip 5.